How to paste the stream. How to paste the stream key into your software.
Getting that from YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Sake Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to copy and Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Sake Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to copy and paste your Spring key into OBS. So on your YouTube channel, we just need to go to the top right, and we should be able to find Create. So if we look, we can see Create right here. We go live. Now when we go live, if we go over to the middle of the screen now, we can see this black box. And when this finally loads, it's going to say, I don't know, learn more or something like that. So let's go to where it says learn how to use Clean Coders. And we'll get this little box that appears. It says download your software. We got OBS already. Copy and paste this. So let's copy this. Then in your streaming software, start sending view information. Okay, so we got a stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Wait for this load, go to Stream. Then you copy and paste this. So let's copy this. Then in your streaming software, start sending view information. Okay, so we got a stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Wait for this load, go to Stream. Then you choose your service, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you want, or Reese. Then in your streaming software, start sending view information. Okay, so we got a stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Wait for this load, go to Stream.
Okay, then you go to OBS. Huh? Plastic spoon? Well, look in the on the table, kitchen table.
Go live. If we go over to the middle of the screen now, we can see this black box. And when this finally loads, it's going to say, I don't know, learn more or something like that. So let's go to where it says learn how, use the encoders. And we'll get this little box that appears. It says download your software, and we got OBS already. Copy and paste this. So let's copy this. Then in your streaming software, start sending you information. Okay, so we got a stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Wait for this to load, go to Stream. Then you can choose
Go to File. Go to Settings. Okay.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how.
Oh my God.
Alright, you gotta stop buying generic Viagra if y'all over 40. You can get 9 pills of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7 with free shipping on Friday plan. If you think it's a scam like I did at first, keep the no doc visits, no.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to copy and paste your Sprint key into OBS. Finally loads, it's going to say, I don't know, learn more or something like that. So let's go to where it says learn how, use the encoders. And we'll get this.
Oh shit.
Little box that appears. It says download your software, and we got OBS already. Copy and paste this. So let's copy this. Then in your streaming software, start sending you information. Okay, so we got a stream key on here. It's very easy. Then we want to go over to OBS. Here's OBS. Go to File, go to Settings. Wait for this to load, go to Stream. Then you can choose your service, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you want, or restream. You can stream to multiple things at the same time. So we can choose YouTube. Then I want to use Stream Key Advanced and just right click and paste it into here. And then go to Apply And you'll have to sign in. You can see it wants me to sign into my YouTube channel on the right side, and then this will load the comments on here too. That should be good to go. Also, you can look at YouTube. There could be some options under here you want to change, like ultra low latency, something like that. So there's not such a huge delay. So hopefully this video did indeed help you out. If it did, leave a big thumbs up and subscribe my channel down below.
Hey everybody, Ray Pastor here, and today what I want to talk about. Customize and save? More like customize and serve! You know, Liberty Mutual! How to add your YouTube stream key to OBS Studio. So this is going to be required if you want to go live on YouTube using OBS. Now all you need to do is first load up the OBS app, and then click on File and then press Settings. Over on the left hand side, click on Stream, and then click on this drop down arrow and select YouTube. Now you have two options. You can either just press the Connect Account button and it should automatically pull all of your YouTube information through. Now if you want to use the stream key, you can do this as well just by pressing Use Stream Key. And then what you can do is open up the YouTube website, make sure you're signed into the correct YouTube account. Now click on the Create button and select Go.
Okay. Okay. Shit. Stop right there. how to connect your encoder to go live. YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This, we want to select YouTube RTMP-S. This is then going to ask you to go ahead and use a stream key or to be able to connect your account. I encourage you to use the connect account because what it does is that it then brings in the YouTube chat into OBS Studio as well, allowing you to be able to manage it, to respond, and you can also schedule your live streams directly inside of OBS Studio as well. So go ahead and select connect account recommended. It's going to go ahead and ask you to get logged in. So what you're going to do is you're going to select your email that you have for your YouTube channel. You're going to allow OBS to be able to go ahead and continue. You'll press continue. It'll ask you to log in. You may have to provide some authentication. And then once you're done, you'll see a screen that says authorization completed successfully. You can now close this page. So we'll come here back to OBS Studio. And now you'll see here that your account is connected. So we want to select ignore streaming services using the recommendations. So we'll select that. But we're going to put custom settings that's going to make our stream look professional. So we'll simply select OK. And you'll see here that our chat now comes up. So what you can do is you can drag this and you can go ahead and place it on the left hand side and you can adjust this here. Okay, and it says here, once a broadcast has been created, your live chat will appear here. Okay, so the minute you go live, the chat's going to pop up here and you'll be able to go ahead and do that. This is the YouTube Live control panel. This is optional if you want to be able to use it. And again, this is going to give you again some additional features for you to be able to see and monitor for your stream. And if you do want that, you'll simply go through the same process and log in again. Now, I personally don't use it, so I just like to have my chat, like to have my horizontal, and I like to have my vertical as well here whenever I'm streaming. So now, just connecting over YouTube to OBS does not make your stream look good. We need to go ahead and adjust some settings to make sure that it works out right. So we'll come back to settings here. We'll go to where it says output, and we're going to go ahead and select advanced under output mode. Now, everything up to this point is exactly the same. This is where it changes whether you're on Mac or you're on Windows. So I'm going to share both settings for you, and then based on what you're utilizing, copy those settings for the best looking stream. So the first thing here is that if you're on a Mac, you're going to follow these exact settings here. You're going to have your audio encoder on ACC. Your video encoder needs to be Apple VT H.264 hardware encoder. Super important. Your rate control CBR. Your bit rate here. You don't have to have it at 9,000, and you can if you can afford it, but you can really put it at 6,000. It's going to give you a good stream. You're going to be asking, how do you determine whether or not you can have 6,000, 9,000, or even more? And the way you do that is by checking your internet speed. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to speedtest.net. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. You're going to hit the big button in the middle that says go. Once you hit go, that's going to give you your download and your upload speed. The big number that you want to focus on is your upload. Okay, the most important thing here is that this number should be at minimum 10. Okay, it should be 10.00. The higher, the better. If you have at least 10, you can use 6,000, you can use 9,000, kind of, but you don't really need that much of a range. So go ahead and check that. Once you check that, then you come back and follow these settings here. So once you determine your upload speed, we'll go ahead and put it at 6,000. Keyframe intervals, you're going to put it at 2. Profile is going to be at high, and you're going to use B frame. Okay, these are going to be your settings if you're on a Mac. If you're on a Windows, these are the settings that you're going to go ahead and utilize. So you're going to go ahead and keep it at advanced. You're going to use the audio encoder. You're going to use ACC. Your video encoder, you're going to use NVIDIA NVIC H.264. If you don't have a really good graphics card, you can select H.264, okay, and that's going to be decent enough for you to be able to go ahead and stream. And then for your rate control, you're going to use constant bitrate. Again, we're going to follow the 6,000 for this. You're going to do keyframe intervals, you're going to put it at 2. Your preset, you're going to put it at P5 slow. Now again, if you have a really good PC, you can go ahead and even go to P7. If you go to P7, that's going to be the best quality, the more strain on your computer. If you go P1, it's going to be less quality, it's going to be smoother, but it's going to require less resources on your PC. I like to keep it at P5. Tuning, put it at high quality. Multi-pass mode, 2 passes. Profile high. Uncheck look ahead. Adaptive quantization, put it on. And then brief frames, put it at 2. If you follow these settings right here, whether you're on Mac or you're on Windows, this is going to give you the smoothest experience on YouTube. You're going to look great on camera. Your screen's going to look good, and it's going to be a great experience for your viewers. So once you've gone ahead and set up those settings there, we're going to come to apply, and you're going to select OK, and then we're going to come back into the settings just one more time, and we're going to want to make sure you have your audio destination set up correctly. So your desktop audio, you want to make sure you select your desktop audio. And then for your microphone, you want to make sure you utilize your microphone that you utilize here. Now, this can be your broadcaster. It can be any mic that you have connected to your computer. Just select that, press OK. And now we have the best settings here. Now you can just simply click start streaming to go live and not have to worry about any of the issues here. Now, again, you can go ahead and set this up inside of YouTube, or you can do it here inside of OBS. You can select manage broadcast, and this is going to give you the option to be able to select your title. So we'll type in here test title. You can put in your description. Now, if you have default descriptions and things that you normally utilize, I encourage you to set this up inside of YouTube, and then you can go ahead and select existing broadcast, and you'll be able to use it there. However, you can put a description here. You can decide if this is going to be public, unlisted, or private. Super important. If you select private, only you're going to be able to see it. If you select unlisted, only people who have access to the link can see it. Public is going to be available to everyone, and it's going to put it into the algorithm as well. Then you select your category. You want to select no, it's not made for kids, or yes, it's made for kids, based on what it is that you're doing. You can then go ahead and upload your thumbnail. And then for latency, you want to go ahead and put it at ultra low, especially if we're streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is the stream settings that I gave you. This is going to make it to where when people type in chat, you're able to respond right away. So there's the lowest amount of latency between when somebody chats with you and what's happening on stream and what's actually happening in real time. Then you can go ahead and schedule this for later, or you can go ahead and create the broadcast and start streaming, or just simply create the broadcast and come back to it later. You can select that. Once you have that in place, you can go ahead and hit start streaming, and now you're good to go. However, okay, you don't want to just go live without having a professional looking stream. So you can see here that I have a graphics, I have my gameplay, I have my camera showing here for me as well. So if you want to have a professional looking live stream with graphics and overlays, go ahead and watch this video right here where I walk you step by step on how to add all your overlays, alerts, your chat, your starting soon, everything that you need to make a stream professional in this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hello, I'm Ozempic, and I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, who's this in the pill bottle?
Hi, I'm the pill version of Ozempic. I'm in the same family as him, but we're obviously different.
Whoa, whoa. She's not in the actual pill bottle. This is the actual pill bottle. Yes. Thanks, man.
He's right.
Thanks, Tom. So now you have a pill version. Yeah. It's pretty cool, right? Cool. I mean, I don't know. She lives inside a pill bottle?
He makes a good point. Just me in this bottle can get a little lonely. I stand alone in my bottle all day, waiting for someone to sweep me away. But when you pass the time,
Ozempic injection and Ozempic tablets are prescription medicines used along with diet and exercise to improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. Ozempic injection is used to reduce the risk of major cardiovascular events, such as heart attack, stroke, or death in adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, and to reduce the risk of kidney disease worsening, kidney failure, end-stage kidney disease, and death due to cardiovascular disease in adults with type 2 diabetes and chronic kidney disease. Ozempic tablets are used to reduce the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death in adults with type 2 diabetes who are at high risk for these events. Ozempic is not for children. Do not share your Ozempic pen with others. Do not reuse or share needles. Sharing may lead to infection. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these symptoms of a serious allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including inflamed pancreas. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get severe stomach pain. Sometimes you may feel the pain from your abdomen to your back. Severe stomach problems may occur. Tell your healthcare provider if you have stomach problems that are severe or will not go away. Gallbladder problems may occur. Call your healthcare provider if you have symptoms such as stomach pain, fever, yellowing of the skin or eyes, or clay-colored stools. Tell your healthcare provider if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. If you are scheduled to have surgery or other procedures that use anesthesia or deep sleepiness. If you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking Ozempic at least 2 months before you plan to become pregnant. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk, which may include any of these signs and symptoms. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Drinking plenty of fluids may reduce your chances of dehydration. Ozempic may increase the chance of food or liquid getting into your lungs during surgery or other procedures. Tell all your healthcare providers that you are taking Ozempic before you are scheduled to have surgery or other procedures. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. When taking Ozempic tablets, they may also include decreased appetite. Talk to your doctor about any side effect that bothers you or does not go away. This video is not medical advice and does not replace the advice given to you by your healthcare provider. Talk to your healthcare provider about any concerns you may have about managing your type 2 diabetes. There's a pill version of Ozempic. Oh. Opioid addiction gets between you and what you love. Once monthly Sublocade may help you move forward in your recovery. Sublocade with counseling and psychosocial support treats moderate to severe opioid addiction in adults started on an oral dose of buprenorphine or already on buprenorphine. Sublocade is just one dose that lasts all month long with no complete detox required. Buprenorphine should be started after the first signs of withdrawal. Sublocade may cause harm or death if injected in a vein. As an opioid, it may cause serious life-threatening breathing problems. Ask for opioid overdose reversal medicine. Get emergency help right away if you're faint, dizzy, sleepy, confused, have problems breathing, seeing, or talking, or if reversal medicine is given. Don't take with other opioids, benzos, alcohol, or other drugs, including street drugs. This can cause severe drowsiness, decreased awareness, breathing problems, coma, and death. In emergencies, tell medical staff you're on Sublocade for opioid dependence. This isn't a full list of risks and side effects. Talk to your doctor and read patient label for more information. If you or a loved one is struggling with opioid addiction, visit Sublocade.com.
Before you go live on YouTube, there are a few things you need to know and a few things that you need to do. So the first thing you need to understand are what are some of the requirements for you to be able to go live. If you don't do this, you won't be able to begin the live streaming process. So the first thing is that you need to be 16 years or older. You need to verify your channel, and you typically do this by linking a phone number to your account. So I'm going to show you in just a moment how to be able to do that, but if you don't verify your account, you won't even have the option to live stream. Then you need to make sure that you have no live stream restrictions in the last 90 days, meaning you haven't done anything wrong on your YouTube channel. Then you need to enable live streaming on your channel, and you must turn on live streaming feature in your YouTube settings, and this can take 24 hours to be able to activate. So in order for you to be able to activate that, you're going to come to your channel, and where it says create, you're going to select go live. When you select that button there, it's going to give you a button that's going to say enable live streaming. You simply click on that, and then after 24 hours, you'll get access and begin to see a studio just like this. So just kind of keep that in mind, that if you are going to be going live, you need to enable it first. So let's take a look at what else we have here. So the next thing that you're going to see is that for the mobile specific requirements, we're not going live through mobile today. We're using OBS Studio, but just so you know, in order for you to go live directly from your mobile, you do need 50 subscribers, okay? And then, of course, when streaming, you need a stable internet, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we start to dive into OBS Studio. So those are going to be the initial requirements that you kind of need to understand. Now let's go into more of the technical side of things on how to actually go live to YouTube using OBS Studio. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have OBS Studio installed. You can install it for Windows, Mac, or Linux. Once you have that installed, what we want to do is we want to open it up. Now, the first thing that I encourage you to do is if you come up here to where it says Tools, okay, there's going to be a thing that says Auto Configuration Wizard. I encourage you to do this first just to get the base settings for your OBS to give you the best experience possible for YouTube, but I'm going to give you some modified settings that I think you should apply for OBS to get a better experience. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to optimize for streaming. Recording is secondary. You're going to go ahead and hit next. You're going to use your base canvas as 1920 by 1080, and then for the FPS, if you're going to be doing a lot of gaming, then you want to put this at 60. If you're just going to do you talking directly to the camera in your live streams, then you can go ahead and do 30. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 60. I'm going to hit next, and this is going to go ahead and ask you to go ahead and connect YouTube. I encourage you to do it this way because you get some extra features in OBS for live streaming to YouTube. So I encourage you to hit this, YouTube RTMPS, and then I encourage you to select Connect Account Recommended. So you'll click on this here, and that's going to bring you over to your channel to go ahead and get connected. Once you've done that, what you're going to do next is give OBS authorization. And if you've done it correctly, you'll see the screen here where it says authorization completed successfully. You can now close this tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here to OBS, and you see here that now my channel is connected. We can go ahead and leave it as prefer hardware encoder and estimate bitrate with bandwidth test. That's totally fine. We're going to hit next, and this is going to begin the process of testing. This is going to take into account what computer you're on, what settings you have, where we're streaming to, and it's going to give you the best settings possible for your machine. But we're going to go ahead and tweak that slightly here just because I know a little bit more about streaming to YouTube, and I know a little bit of settings that we can apply to get the most out of it. So you're going to see here, the program is now executing a set of tests to estimate the ideal settings. So once this is done, this is going to give us an ideal settings here. So it's going to say here our 10,000 bit rate and our resolution. Simply just hit apply settings. We're going to go ahead and tweak that here in just a moment. So you're going to see these things pop up. You're going to see your YouTube chat pop up. I will just drag it, place it here on the side, and then your live control panel here on the right. I would simply just exit out of that, and then we just need the chat. Something to keep in mind here. Your YouTube chat is only going to pop up once you go live, okay? When you're not live, this is what you'll see. It will just be stationary. But you'll see here that because we connected YouTube directly to OBS without using any additional connection, we now have an option here to manage broadcast. When we select that, this is going to allow us to set up everything we need for our live stream here in OBS without having to go to YouTube if we don't want to. But we'll get to that in a little moment here. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is select settings. When we're here under settings, you're going to come to where it says stream. You're going to make sure that this is set up here for the right settings and everything that we have here. We can go ahead and leave this unchecked because we're going to definitely be way under this amount here. So what you're going to do is going to come to output. Right now we have it under simple. And what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and select advanced because we want to make a few modifications to the settings that were defined. However, if you use the settings that were given, you're going to be A-okay. But I prefer to kind of optimize and tweak those settings just a little bit more. So when you come here to Video Encoder, this is super important. You want to select H.264 NVIDIA NVIC or X.264 based on what you have. Then we'll scroll down here and go to Rate Control Constant Bitrate. Now, something I want you to understand here is when you come to this, to better understand what I'm looking for, is that in order to understand bitrate is determined based on your internet speed. And it determines how much bitrate you have available to be able to push to stream. Now, I'm going to tell you here, you may be interested in streaming in 4K, but I'm going to tell you right now that 1080p, 60 frames per second is more than enough. But if you want to get a crispier quality, then you can go 1440p, 60 or 30. Remember, if you're gaming, I encourage you to go 60. If you're just going to be talking to camera and talking to your community, then I would do 30. But we can look here that 1440p, 60 frames per second requires 24 FPS. I'm going to explain to you what that means here in just a moment. But we're going to focus in on 1080p, 60 frames per second, 12 FPS. That means we need 12,000. Okay, we need 12 uploads to be able to make this possible. Okay, 12 uploads. So what I want you to do is to be able to check your internet speed. I want you to go to speedtest.net. And all the tabs that I'm opening up, I'm going to put them in the description of this video so you can reference them and look at them at your own time. You'll come to speedtest.net, you'll do a speed test, and it's going to give you your download and your upload. Now, remember, based off of this, we want to have at least 12.
Starting July 1st, about 500,000 New Yorkers will be losing medical care. They will be losing their access to doctors, to hospitals, to medications, and that's because they're losing access to the essential plan based on the things put in place, the policies written by this current administration. You may be seeing information talking about the essential plan and thinking it doesn't matter to you because you have Blue Cross Blue Shield or you're on MetroPlus, but you may just be on the essential plan because it might be called something else. My name is Tyranika. I live in the Bronx. I am a mom to one 8-year-old partially disabled child. I've had the essential plan for the last 3 years. You do not want to be sitting in emergency. Essential plan because it might be called something else. My name is Tyranika. I live in the Bronx. I am a mom to one 8-year-old partially disabled child. I've had the essential plan for the last 3 years. You do not want to be sitting in emergency. Essential plan because it might be called something else. My name is Tyranika. I live in the Bronx. I am a mom to one 8-year-old partially disabled child. I've had the essential plan for the last 3 years. You do not want to be sitting in emergency.
Okay, how you do that? Mhm. Mm-mm. How to stream YouTube on OBS Studio. 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 How How to stream YouTube or OBS Studio. How to stream YouTube from OBS Studio.
Getting that from YouTube.
How to stream YouTube or OBS Studio. How to stream YouTube from OBS Studio.
Getting that from YouTube.
How to stream YouTube or OBS Studio.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card, you can receive the same cash back in a category like online shopping for the first year of life opening. And let everyone else feel it. What would you like to tell you? Will help make it simple and Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa site called speedtest.net. Here you can test your internet. I'm going to my upload speed is 222. Now we're going to be using a great article by Streamlabs, which I'll do a link down below. You can go for it, and you want to scroll down to recommended internet speed for live streaming. We can find YouTube here. We can then see the different speeds on the left here. You can tell video and see the bitrate you make. By the way, I wouldn't I will be using a great article by Streamlabs, which I'll do a link down below. You can go for it, and you want to scroll right. Now come to the left, to the audio, internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again, in studio. Now what you want to do is use your output schedule solution, and that's what you find in I'm going to do that, otherwise you can just stop that one. Now, the code browser, audio, internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again, in studio. Now what you want to do is use your output schedule. That's why I'm going to 2,000 and 9,000. So now we can come on the center OBS, and I'll go and type in 8,000, that will do that. And that's the bit right here.
Internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again.
Hardware and code right ending. I'm going to do that, otherwise you can stop that one. Code cursor, I have two options like so. Then click apply and you get right. Now, on to the left, implement audio. Just make sure the correct mic is selected. Commercial bit right here.
Internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again.
Now, what you want to do is choose your output scale resolution. So that's a hardware code right ending. I don't use that, otherwise you can stop the stream code cursor. I like to get medium options like so.
Internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again.
Audio. Now, what you want to do is choose your output scale resolution. Hardware code right ending. I don't use that, otherwise you can stop the stream code cursor. I like to get medium options like so.
Internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here. To the left again.
Audio. Now, what you want to do is choose your output scale resolution. 8,000, which already that, and that's a good option. For the bitrate, I leave that 160. For the encoder, if you've got a hardware encoder,
Internet speed for live streaming. Select you can find YouTube here.